Hello everyone and welcome to this week's aerobic training set. We are working on the pool this week and I've come back inside to escape the floods.
I'm sure that the water won't mind if we rest here for the night and leave before sunrise.
Starting off with the aerobic set for the developing squad. So as I said, we're working on the pull and there's no equipment needed for this aerobic training set. So dry land warm up, make sure we're stretched off, muscles are warmed up and ready to go before we jump in the pool. And then I want an easy choice 100 and an easy freestyle 100. So if you can swim a different stroke other than freestyle, that's what you do choice, and you can mix it up, different choice throughout the set. You don't have to swim the same one. Then we've got some drills to start off with. We're going to do a set of drills twice, starting off with 6-1-6. So 6-1-6 is a kicking drill where we do 6 kicks, take 1 stroke, and then 6 kicks. We're swimming on a 45-degree angle on our side so that we cut through the water and we're not swimming straight on where the resistance from the water is the greatest. So 45 degrees, 6 kicks, 1 stroke to swap over, 6 kicks. Swim that for 50. Then we're going to go into one we do quite regularly. So if you're new, this is our scull progression. So we're doing 100 meters broken up into 25s, where we do 25 of sculling, where we work on our feel for the water, 25 of short dog, where we're working on our catch, 25 of long dog, where you catch plus the full stroke with an underwater recovery, and then 25 finish of full freestyle. Then 50 of fist drill. So fist drill is very simple. Instead of having your hands open, you close your fists and that removes that surface area from your paddle, essentially, making you use your forearm, which is what you should do in swimming. So as you go for a swim, you're taking the catch and you're using the forearm to pull back. So this area is quite a large area and fist drill makes you use it. 50 of that, finishing off with 50 freestyle swimming. So as I said, we're doing all of those drills twice. Then we're going to our main set where we have some freestyle and some choice swimming. So again, choice, you can do anything else other than freestyle, but if you can only do freestyle, do that. So we're going to run through our main set twice for this group. So 50 of freestyle at 80%, choice 75, then a freestyle 100, a choice 125, and then a freestyle 150, and then repeat. But when you're swimming the freestyle in these, I want you to think about the things we've learned in the drills at the beginning of the session, just to make use of those. Then we're doing 100 choice at 70%, and then an easy freestyle 100 at 60-70%, just to flush out the system, which is a total of 1,900 for the set. And then I want you to be in the pool, do your choice of cool down. So either relaxing in the pool, bit of swimming if you like, just to flush out the system, make sure you're ready to go, because we have a technique and speed session to come later in the week. And I would encourage as many people as possible to take part in those, because your swimming improvement will really take off if you're working on your aerobic base and your technique and then your top end speed as well. The reason we do that is that the faster your sprint is, that speed filters down through all of your swimming and makes everything else easier. And it's a lot more, those sessions can be some of the most fun sessions we do in the week as well. So I encourage you all to try them out at least. We have a 7-day free trial, so if you just want to do 1 week of it, you can, and you can cancel straight away. There's absolutely no commitment to those sessions, and if you do carry on with them, it's the £5 a month equivalent for those sessions. So it's not very much, slightly more than a coffee that you would have, and it's once a month, and you get all that extra swim training for that. So I'd like to look forward to seeing as many of you there as we can this week, and well done, that's a good session. If you want to get involved in our technical and speed sessions, they'll be coming up later in the week on our Patreon channel, which is patreon.com/Camswim Club. I would love to see you all there. Welcome to the experienced squad's aerobic swimming. So no equipment needed for this one, and we're working on our pull. So making sure dry land warm-up's done, our shoulders are ready, all our muscles are warmed up before we jump in, and then I want 100 of easy choice and then 100 freestyle at 70%. So slightly more than your easy swimming, but not really pushing it too far yet. Then into our drills, and we're going to do the drills at that same intensity, so 70%, and we're going to run through these drills twice. Starting off with 6-1-6, so on our side, 45 degrees, 6 kicks, 1 stroke to swap over, 6 kicks, 1 stroke, and we're swimming 50 of that. So we're working on our body position so that we're cutting through the water rather than straight on, forcing ourselves at the point of greatest resistance. Then 100 of our scull progression. So anyone that's new, is 100 where we do 25 of sculling, 25 short dog where we work on our catch, 25 long dog working on the full stroke with an underwater recovery, and then 25 of full swimming. There will have been a demo video going there. 50 of fist drill. So very simple. Your hands are out, close into a fist, and it makes you use your forearm as a paddle. So as you swim, you're using this to propel yourself rather than the area of your hand. So 50 of fist drill, and then finishing off with 100 of freestyle, where you're using the sensations we've just worked on in those previous 3 drills, incorporate that into your 100 freestyle, and then we do it again. Then into our main set, mixing up some freestyle swimming and some choice of strokes. So swim something other than freestyle for the choice, and you don't have to swim the same choice. You can mix it up as we go along. So 100 freestyle, 80%, 150 at choice swimming, back down at 70%, 200 freestyle at 80%, a choice 250 at 70%, and then we're finishing off with 300 freestyle, 80%, 300 choice at 70%, and 300 freestyle back at 80%. So we're varying the stroke, the distance, and the intensity of swimming out just to really challenge the aerobic systems of your body. So it's quite a good bit of aerobic swimming there, and then finishing off with an easy freestyle to make sure you flush out your system ready to go for the technique and speed sessions that come later in the week. That's 2,500 in total. Choice of cool down, so make sure you stay in the water, relax a little bit, maybe swim a little bit more, whatever you like, just to make sure you're ready to go for those other sessions. And I would encourage as many of you as you can to do those other sessions, because the technique and speed sessions building on top of the aerobic set really do progress your swimming a lot. If you can only do 2 sessions a week, then maybe you can do the aerobic and then technique one week, and then aerobic and speed next week, and then the week after do a technique and speed, and just mix them up if you can't fit in your week 3 sets of swimming. But the most progress you'll make is by doing those 3 sets of swimming. So I'd encourage you all to try them out. We've got the free 7-day trial. If you just want to do it for 1 week, you can do it free for 7 days, cancel it, and there's absolutely no obligation at all. And even if you continue and pay the £5 a month where you get these sessions every week, that is also no obligation. So you can cancel that at any stage. So I'd encourage you all to try them out, and I look forward to seeing you all there. If you want to get involved in our technical and speed sessions, they'll be coming up later in the week on our Patreon channel, which is patreon.com/Camswim Club. I would love to see you all there. Welcome to the Advanced Groups Aerobic session. We're working on our pull this week, and for this one, the aerobic one, no equipment is needed, so you can leave that equipment bag at home. So dry land warm up as always, make sure your shoulders are ready, muscles are warmed up before you jump in the pool, and then 100 easy choice and 100 easy freestyle. So this is 60-70% effort, just to make sure your body's ready to go for the drills that are coming. We're going to the set drills, and we do all the drills twice. We're going to do hundreds at 70% for all of these. So starting off 6-1-6, so 6 kicks, 45 degrees on our side, 1 stroke, swap over, 6 kicks, 1 stroke. Working on our body position, cutting through the water rather than swimming straight on where that resistance from the water is the most. We want to cut through, and we're using that in our stroke. Then we're going to do the scull progression. So if you're new, we do 100, but it's broken up into 25s. We do 25 of the sculling, where we work on our feel for the water, 25 short dog, working on the catch, 25 long dog with a catch into the full stroke, and then with an underwater recovery, and then 25 full swimming, just to capitalize on the sensations you've just worked on. 100 free fist drill, so very simple, close your fists, removing that surface area from your hand. It's fist drill, using your paddle, so as you go through, really kick your catch back and use the full forearm to propel yourself through the water. 100 freestyle normal swimming, so again, thinking about the things you've just worked on in that full stroke, and then 100 of one arm fist drill. So I want you to swim 25 where you've closed the left hand into a fist, but your right hand is still out, and then we swap over, and swap over, and swap over. So we're breaking this 100 into 25s with destabilized swimming, making sure our core compensates for that destabilization that we've introduced. And while I'm at there, when we're swimming, so we've got a fist closed, I don't want you tightly gripping your fist. It's just a relaxed grip, because you don't want to add tension into your stroke. And equally with this hand, you don't need to pinch your fingers together. I want you kind of relaxed hand. You can have little gaps through. You'll still get as efficient a pull through the water. You don't need to close those gaps, but you obviously don't want to spread your hand out too far. So just a nice relaxed hand, and that's the way to swim, is kind of have a relaxed stroke and use the energy in the parts of your, in the muscle groups that you want to, rather than introducing tension places that you don't need it. Right, so that's that drill. Then we're finishing off, so do those drills twice, so that whole list twice. Then into our main set where we're alternating from freestyle and our choice of stroke. So we're going to do, to this group's the advanced group, so we're doing freestyle and another stroke. It doesn't have to be the same choice, so you can mix up the strokes within the choices as well. We're going to start off with a 200 of freestyle at 80%, then 100 choice at 70%, 300 freestyle at 80%, 200 choice 70%, 300 freestyle 80%, 100 choice 70%, and then a 400 freestyle at 80% to finish off. That's a big kind of aerobic block at the end, but this is the aerobic set. That's what we're working on. 200 easy freestyle to finish off, flush out the system. That's 3,000 total. Make sure you do your cool down. So you're ready to go for the technique and speed sessions there later in the week. For those of you who haven't done those before, this is how we're maximizing your progress in your training. So you build on your aerobic base, you work on your technique, and then you work on your top end speed. A lot of people neglect the top end speed session. We are not primarily training for sprints. Some of you may be, but we're not. But we do that because as our top end speed increases, it filters down through all of our swimming. So we become more efficient swimmers for all of our swimming. And then when we take you on adventure swimming, we can take you on more interesting adventures that go further afield. And that's why we're doing all this training. That's the main reason we set up this club in the first place. So I would encourage as many of you as you can to try out either the 7-day free trial, so it's no obligation. You can do the aerobic set, technique set, speed set, cancel it, never do it again. Or if you like it, it's £5 a month. And again, no obligation. You can cancel at any time, see how you get on. But we really do encourage people to make that commitment to progressing their swimming. And if you can't do all 3 sessions a week, you can do a technique session one week, an aerobic session, and then mix up with a speed session the week after, and mix it as you go if you have to. But ideally, you'll do the aerobic, technique, and speed sessions. Look forward to seeing as many of you there as we can. If you want to get involved in our technical and speed sessions, they'll be coming up later in the week on our Patreon channel, which is patreon.com/Camswim Club. I would love to see you all there.
I'm sure that the water won't mind if we rest here for the night and leave before sunrise.